Nice.
Slush, I don't know how much you can share, but you said you got a Twitch contract. How do they work?
Yeah.
Like, you still get donations is still to you, right?
Yeah, so PayPal donations still go to me.
And subscriptions?
So it works. It's like a minimum guarantee. So there's NDAs around like a lot of the stuff, but I can, from public knowledge of what I've heard other people talk about before, I can say that it's like you get an amount every month, and they say, okay, we're going to pay you this per month, and it's guaranteed to be this, no matter how many subs, bits, whatever you get, ad revenue. And to get that, you have to run 4 minutes of ads per hour. So they essentially trade you what is, I'm assuming they make massive CPM off the ads, because otherwise they wouldn't be trading that for like this guaranteed income. And they'll just say, okay, you run this many, or you can choose like to run different amounts of ads. So the people that I've spoken to, like different people have different amount of ads for different amounts of money and stuff. And so they basically, you run your ads and then you get paid.
So Twitch sees how many bits and subscriptions you have. Do they generally make the contract comparable, just guaranteed, or is it a raise?
Well, I calculated it out, and it seemed to be pretty much exactly bang on the fucking cent to what I would earn.
Anyway, but guaranteed.
Yeah. So it's like the pretty much, okay, you're going to keep earning the same amount no matter what for the next 2 years with like a rolling 1 year renewal with like you renegotiate at the end of 2 years. If you grow, if you earn more from like bits and subs and ad revenue, then you get that on top of that. But if you go under, you just get that. So
so they just set a floor. It's not your. Yeah. It's not. That's not better yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, I think it's just more like the security of it. Like I didn't really even.
Sure.
It's not a raise. Like it's. I don't even really care about it that much. Like money wise, it's just like I can have a week off and it doesn't matter. Like I'm not gonna. If I have a week off, then next month I'm like, I'm a bit poor this week. Like that's a week off is a quarter of my month's pay.
Yeah.
Right.
But, like,
well, Twitch partner program, if you're listening, I'm willing to play 97 or 57 minutes of ads per hour. No, scratch that. 58.
With the new stuff that they've added, like they have like the pre-rolls and shit like that. Yeah. So you've got like, if you run, I think it's like 2 minutes per half an hour, it'll block pre-rolls for half an hour. And so I was already doing it because the pre-rolls were like, people were coming in and they're like, fucking pre-roll ads. And they were running random ads throughout the stream as well that I wasn't controlling. So I was like, all right, every half an hour, I'm just going to get up, take a piss, just go out, I don't know, talk shit to my wife. And for 2 minutes while I'm loading into a game and just do nothing and just run these ads. You're not missing anything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a great idea.
Some of them I just sit there and pick my nose. Like I just do
I didn't think of that. I just get yelled at by my chat for the ads I'm not in control of. That's not a good way to do it.
No, so I look at it through the so when you run the first one, like the first 2 minute one, it'll say like there's a counter and it'll say pre-roll on, and you just wait till that gets to 0 or is like a minute off getting to 0, and you go, okay, it's been half an hour, I'm gonna run 2 minutes of ads and go and beat off or whatever, and then you just fucking walk out of the room.
So you beat off in 2 minutes?
That's, if he's trying to get back to streaming.
That's more impressive than your ad strategy.
If you stream 12 hours a day, man, you got to be very efficient at everything you do. I can take a shit like that, man.
On your dashboard, like, and begin. You just
that's a pro skill when you're a streamer, especially a Tarkov streamer. You hit load on the raid and you go and you take out your phone and you're watching your own stream on your phone and you're taking a shit, and then you get the 20-second deploy timer. Then you wipe your ass in 20 seconds and you're back on the game. It's like, I'm back.
I tell my chat, like, not to make any loud noises and to kill anyone they see. I come back, it's all capitals, letters, people just screaming, trying to get me found. It's a joke, but yeah.
Yeah.
People were like giving me trouble. This was a long time ago, being like, add more rewards for channel points. You can even add one that's like run an ad. And I'm like, oh, people will pay their channel points to run an ad to make me money. I was like, that seems neat, but I should have known like there's a reason they wanted to do that. And I set what I thought was reasonable, and like immediately, like it was like 6 hours in queue of ads because everybody spent all of their points. And like people were frustrated, obviously, and I was like, I had to go. God, I wonder how much money it would have been. Obviously, nothing after it ran for the first 4 hours and nobody was watching any advertisements anymore. The CPM times 0, nothing.
Well, I think that like I don't think you can even run that many. So it's like I think you can only run a certain amount. I think there's like an 8-minute gap or something in between how many you can run. So like I will to put a like this is the most well-known secret of all time, but during Twitch drops for Tarkov, I streamed for 28 hours with 140,000 viewers, and I literally sodomized the ad button. Like that thing was begging for mercy by the time I was done. And I was just saying to people in chat, look, you're farming me for free for Twitch drops. I'm gonna farm you for fucking ad revenue. All right, I don't care,
dude. That's a lot. Did you say 120,000 viewers?
It was 140. It was a lot.
So is an ad worth like $2,800 ish? Am I even close? Maybe don't say. But good God, I hope that you bought a house that day.
That's what I'm sitting in now. It was a lot. It was not an insurmountable amount of money. It was like after it happened and I got paid. My wife and I had been saving for a house for a little while, and I literally looked at the Twitch revenue thing as the ad revenue goes on like 2 days later, and I was like, done, we're moving, and then just moved house. And we brought a house.
That's awesome, man.
Dude, I'm so happy. I did that, but it was a dancing competition.
yeah. It was crazy, and heaps of people like that did get that as well. Like there's some like even smaller streamers, some of them that have like we're running like 100 viewers. We're running like 30,000 viewers, and that's still a fuckload of money. Like if you stream for 20, you stream for 25 hours and run that many ads, it's so much fucking money. That's really cool. I'm happy that you got that. That's great.
I mean, I'm glad you bought a house instead of like a $4,000 pair of jeans and a Italian sports car.
Oh, I already have a Mercedes, so I don't need it.
I thought you were about to be bragging about expensive jeans.
Nah,
already got the expensive jeans.
Yeah. Nah, I've been saving for ages when I first started streaming because I always wanted one of those C-class Mercedes, so I had shitloads of money put away for it. And then my car lease ran out of my other car, and I went and traded it in. And I was like, hang on, like I've got a lease on this fucking shitty truck. And I'd finished paying it, and then this guy's like, well, if you trade in the truck and then you just lease the rest of the cost of this Mercedes, it'll cost you the same as the lease for the truck was. And I'm like, why aren't I driving a Mercedes? Like, it was the same fucking cost. I was already paying that. So I went and brought one. I was like, got my dream car.
I only processed about half of that in real time. But if it came from a car salesman, I don't trust it.
Well, no. He wasn't 100% right. It was a little bit more expensive, but it wasn't fuckloads more expensive. It was like it ended up being like $100 a month more expensive or something because I had money to put towards it and stuff like that.
Don't let my manager hear about this deal. I could lose my job. The wheels. Jesus, thanks for sticking in. You can't fool me.
Just think the guy that I took it for a test drive, and the guy that was the owner, he's like, "Oh, we don't actually have any of those in stock. We'll have to send one from Germany or whatever." But I drive one, and I'm like, can I take yours for a test drive? And this cunt was shitting himself in the passenger seat. I just fucking flogged the shit out of his car. Like power sliding around corners at like 80 miles an hour. And this guy's like, fucking hell, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, I wouldn't be pleased if I was saying.
Yeah. He had like a baby seat in the back and shit. And I was like,
then that's his loss. What an idiot.
Yeah.